In this video, I want to bridge the gap between where you're at, you're excited, you just started a new business, you want to make residual income. I know that's why you're here. It's why we get into this business as 1099 independent salespeople. I want to really give you a tour and show you the back end of the business that you now have. You are your own CEO, and there is an entire company and departments at your call, at your fingertips, should you choose to use them. You're at the beginning of a journey. The end result is residual income. I call it owning your life. And in between, we want to be a guide and play as a coach that can help you along the way so that you have the greatest odds of success if you choose to utilize it. So let me introduce you to a couple people here at VizyPay. All right, so in here you got the VizyPay world, and I want to bring you over to recruiting. We want to talk about the kind of people that they're looking for and have brought on. So let me bring you over. Elizabeth Rucker, some of you may have talked with her, maybe Dylan. We got a bunch of people. And Elizabeth, I just wanted to talk about the kind of people that it is that you decide to bring on.
I mean, we've got a whole company here to support people, but ultimately without you going out there and busting your ass, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not there in wherever you're located to hold your hand and wake you up every morning. So self-starters is a big part of it. And then people who really want to care about the business owner, right? It's super easy. There's a lot of people who try to get into this business for the wrong reason. We want people who are going to take care of the business owners.
Right. So folks, if you were brought on board, then that's who they saw in you. Now what's next, right? Again, you're excited, you know what you want. What the heck do I do and where do I get started? That's where you need to get on the phone. I'm going to introduce you to some sales directors because they are going to be the first step for you where the rubber meets the road and your business can get taken off the ground. So let's go talk to some sales directors. All right, so at this point, you've been brought on board. If you look at your inbox, you have what's called the VizyPay 101s, a couple of questionnaires we need you to knock down. As soon as that's completed, we need to hook you up with your sales director. These are your best friends, they're your business partners. They're the ones that are gonna give you the tips to get your business off the ground. So whether you have experience or not, hook up with them right now. Let's go introduce you so you know what to expect. Ricky, what's going on, man? You got a second?
Yeah, sure.
All right, man. So for all the new people that are coming on, I'm just trying to portray to them the importance of their sales director. What can I expect from you guys to, kind of help lead them in the right direction?
Joe probably mentioned already in the video is we're going to train from step one to step, obviously, getting in the field. That's the biggest thing. But I would say, a glorified sales support system would be one. Two, obviously, we're going to be the post-sale and middle of sale stuff. So, knocking out proposals, as we're big on getting statements. I know there's multiple angles of obviously selling that point, but doing proposals, maybe talking over tactics, working hardware, point of sale conversions, if there's something that we have to work on. But I would say beyond training itself is going to be the guy in your corner, right? We know sales. Any sales I've done, it's like if you don't have the right support system, it makes it really hard to gain confidence behind, hey, am I selling this right? Do I have the right partner?
Yep.
So, beyond myself, we have the entire junior sales director team, the other directors, so you'll actually get access to all the directors.
So they're really here to just help get you on track right out of the gate, right? When you're excited, we want to use that momentum. We want to get you on the right track. The next part of this, I'm going to bring you out in the field. Let's go grab a couple statements, and we're going to come back. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so at this point, you should have already talked with your sales director. You've probably been on a webinar or two. Now it's time to get out here where the business actually happens. Well, what are you doing out here? You're trying to talk to them, build some rapport, and you want to get a breakdown of how much they're processing now, what their fees are, and how much they pay. With that, your assistance on the back end is going to help you put the numbers together. Let's go walk into a door, and we're trying to get a statement. The more statements you get, the better you're going to do. So let's go grab one here real quick. All right, mission accomplished, folks. So we just went in there, talked with the owners, we grabbed a statement. You're probably wondering what the conversation was like in there. That's why it's critically important that you stay in communication with your sales director. They're gonna coach you, they're gonna give you tips, they're gonna help you establish rapport so that a business owner is willing to show you their numbers and potentially do business with you. And I wanna set a benchmark for you, okay? You're wondering, how many of these should I be looking to get in order to give myself the highest odds of success, and what's realistic? The people that are out there really treating this like a business should be looking to get 3 to 5 of these every single day. That's gonna give you 15 to 25 opportunities per week to go out there and sign accounts. If you can go get 15 to 25 statements per week, you are going to have more than enough opportunities to start closing a good amount of deals. Okay, so in the next part of this video, I'm gonna show you, after you get the statement, what's next. And to answer that, we're gonna go back to VizyPay. I'm gonna show you exactly what happens with this statement that's gonna help you build your business. So let's head back to VizyPay. I'm gonna show you the back end of this. All right, so we're back at VizyPay where you're gonna end up sending in your statement. What I'm trying to show you is what's gonna happen with this statement. How is this gonna launch your business? The great thing about sending in statements is they're working after you send this email in, which allows you to go talk to more business owners. So I'm gonna show you what they're gonna do with this statement. And as they're doing their thing, you're off talking to more business owners because you're looking to get 3 to 5 of these every single day. Jose, man, you got a second?
Yeah.
What's going on, my man? All right, so we got people on here. We're trying to show them what you guys are going to do for them. They've gone out, they did their job, right? They're looking to get 3 to 5 statements a day. They send this over to you. You get it in your inbox. What happens next? Kind of walk them through it.
First thing, I'm going to go ahead and give you a call because I want to know if you're there with merchants. Because if you are, you have an opportunity to get the deal closed.
Right.
So we'll get it back to you in about 10 minutes. Right away. And pretty simple what we're going to do. Side-by-side comparison. It's going to show the merchant's rates on the left. On the right, we're going to go ahead and show our rates. We're going to go ahead and detail 3 different options. And then we're going to show exactly how much you can save.
So it's literally a breakdown. Like, you don't need to know all the math and how to read a statement, guys. That's what they're here for. They're going to give you a document that literally gives 3 options, the percentage they can save, and even a breakdown, a line item of the fees that we're going to get rid of for them, okay? So that's what they do. Once they get those statements back, what's the next step?
We're going to give them options, things that they can save, things that will definitely stand out, fees that they should mention, especially if there's any hidden fees, any monthly fees that shouldn't be there, or any junk fees, really. So we'll go ahead and we'll go through that process, and then we'll set them up for success by filling out the DocuSign, and by that time, we'll close the deal.
Yeah, so they'll hook you up and help you with the DocuSign, or you do it by hand, or however you do it, and you just wrote your first deal, or maybe it's your 5th or 10th, but you're writing business, and I can't stress enough, the more statements you get, the more proposals these guys can do for you, the more opportunities you guys have to write business. Now let's go over to the next department, which is going to be underwriting, and they're going to talk to us about proper paperwork. All right, Marge, you available? I'm available. All right, so we got new people that are just coming on. They just wrote their first application. Talk to them about the application process. What is it underwriting wants to see on an application to make it just fly through and get an approval as easy as possible?
So obviously what we're going to want to see on there is a completed application, so all fields that are required are filled in properly. Legibility is key so that we don't miskey something by accident, perhaps a name, a number. Numbers can cause delays. One of the ways of doing that is obviously making sure that the merchant is checking that information that we're writing down. And then also a driver's license can help with that. We will utilize those to help, but any tools that you can provide us, which would be site pictures, driver's license, maybe a business license, those kinds of things will help us out with our process. Makes it speedier, less questions on the back end, and that's pretty much it.
They need to verify that these businesses are legitimate. So when you turn in an application, if all you do is turn in an app and avoid a check, that gives them more work to do. So when you start getting things like driver's license, pictures of the businesses like she just said, a business license, those are all things that underwriting grabs, and every layer or every extra document you get shows them this business is legit and makes it easier for them to say approved. Don't forget, we're moving people's money around, okay? So things need to be, we need to double check that all the T's are crossed, I's are dotted, and that's what their job is. And they're on your side to get things approved. So give them the documentation that they want to make their life easier, okay? As soon as they're approved, they get a terminal mailed out to them. Let's go over to that room. Let's get them their terminal.
Yep.
Thank you, Marge. All right, so everything went through underwriting. You got the deal approved. Now we're gonna go into the shipping where they're actually programming terminals, and they want to get this thing out there because the sooner that your merchant gets it, plugs it in, you're making residual income, and they are saving money. So let's go over here. So Mike, we got Mike over there. What's going on, Mike?
Just the process of getting these things out the door.
All right, perfect. So what they've got going on here, they're literally programming these terminals for the merchant that you just signed, okay? So Mike, somebody signs a deal, it gets approved, it's gone through underwriting. What can they expect timeline-wise on, you know, when it gets out the door and when a merchant is actually going to be able to get it and plug it in?
Well, if the deal gets turned in the morning, it cycles overnight after once it's approved.
Yeah.
So they can turn in that morning, gets approved that day, cycles overnight. We're downloading everything after Foul builds it. The next morning, packaging it, putting it up on the shelf, and as soon as UPS comes and picks it up, it's on its way.
Yeah. So essentially, folks, you turned in the deal today. All the paperwork's done correct. Margin Underwriting is able to approve it.
It goes out tomorrow.
The next morning, your terminal is in the mail and it's on its way. We typically do 2-day shipping, so you're looking at anywhere from 2 to 4 days, and your merchant has that terminal, and we can now go and do the install. Okay, so now let's go over to tech support. So if you're worried about installing these things, if it's gonna be complicated, or if you run into something, don't worry, you're not alone. We have a whole department for that. Let's go talk to them.
All right.
Thanks,
Joe.
man. Appreciate it. All right, at this point, your terminal's been shipped out. It's the most exciting part. This is where you get paid, you start making residual income, and they start saving money. But what's gonna happen if you go to do the install and something goes wrong? Well, you're gonna call in, you're gonna have tech support. We got a whole team that's literally gonna walk you through how to do that install step by step. So we got Q over here. Can I grab you for a second, Q? What's going on, man? So somebody just got their first deal or two. Their merchants are getting their terminal. They run into a problem. What do?
Give us a call.
What can they expect when you get a call from them?
They can expect that TV right there to say 30 seconds or less. We're going to answer that call as quick as we can and make sure they're taken care of.
Yeah. 30 seconds or less, folks. I hope you picked up on that. Within 30 seconds or less, they're on the phone with you and you start troubleshooting. Right? So what does the terminal say? What is the error you're getting? And then he's gonna just walk you through, press this, do that. Now let's run that test transaction. Did it work? Yep, you just got your deal activated, paid, and you're rolling. Thanks for all your hard work, man.
Of course.
Thanks, man. All right, folks, so that's basically the tour of the business that you literally have at your fingertips. It's up to you to utilize these departments. It's up to you to utilize everybody that we just introduced you to. Okay, so at this point, you're probably wondering, like, who's this guy and why is he shooting this video and why should I listen? Okay, so my name's Joe Wagner and I've been in this industry for over 13 years. And this business, including this company I just showed you, took me and my family from sleeping on air mattresses with a pregnant wife to absolutely owning our life, okay? This business is very real and it's only as good as you treat it like a business. Okay, if you come into this treating it like a hobby, it's gonna pay you like that. If you come in and you utilize all the things that I just showed you, not only are you an independent sales partner, you are a CEO with a business with an entire staff that is here to help you run your business. I hope that you take advantage of it. I hope that this business changes your life. That at the end of the day, you're the only one that can go out there and put them to work for you. If you're not putting in the work, they can't meet you halfway. So go out there and utilize it. We'll see you at the top. I hope this business changes your life. Take care.